Good afternoon or good evening, folks. It's 5:11 p.m. Today is March 21st. So let's start with the pre-market notes. So ES short-term buyers are in control from 41.50, and now they will be in more control above 43.40, 4.50, as long as price is staying above versus past sellers below 45.24, 45.60, 44, 56, 60. So this area, basically acted as a resistance today, entire day, in a way. Yes, price poked higher, but this is the area, it held it basically. And at the end, it closed right into it. Yesterday on Friday, it closed right there. Today also it closed right there, So, but eventually this area will give up based on today's price activity, So, and 43, 44 above buyers are there, right? So for day trading, we have no choice but favor more longs than short, at least for today. Aggressive buyers should hold above 4444, all fours, and 4431. Below both, some selling may come. Okay, so remember all these numbers here. When I walk you through the chart, just remember these numbers. NQ, keep it simple. Above both dream numbers and Globex low, buyers are there. Below, some sellers. Short-term buyers key is to keep it above this area, which was way below, right? So pretty much NQ, I'm indirectly telling you to stay long. Same as ES. Russell also I open up for long today. Above this area. Gold, no trading. Crude, ping pong range. So crude, I didn't bother to trade today, except I took one micro short around 107, 107.50 or some. I think 107.25 or something. And in the off the open, right before open or around open, when I was watching equity or waiting for equity, I put just one micro, just to test it out, and with 20 point stop. And then I got stopped out. I didn't even bother to look. I had a stop loss there which got triggered, and while I was busy in equity. But that was a long, when I got stopped out there, and when the morning range was broken out, I think 108.50 or whatever the high, 108 or so, that was a good long there, but I was busy with equity, so I missed that one. But that was a good long for a dollar move, but anyway, so let's go. So 356 and 326 NQ's dream number. Okay, so now let's start here. So these dotted lines are dream numbers, right? And so that was the first trade of the open, dream number. So I think in Discord, I think I talked about the importance of the dream number. So this was the trade of the open. If someone wants to take it, I took it, but then I only targeted 404. That's it, pretty much. That's it. ES, I did not take the trade because I only took the NQ one. ES, I did not. Because NQ moves. ES, I didn't want to do it for two reasons. This momentum. See, if I zoom in or zoom out, here you can see it. See, this momentum was the key today. It helped me a lot today, specifically in this mess. So of the open, if you can see it, momentum was even below zero or around zero. It was not great, and if you look at the price, it's just shot up. Looks like it wants to go to moon, just today itself. If you look at NQ also same time, you can literally see it. I was just watching and I was just laughing at myself that what the hell is going on, like this. And it was non-stop up, right? And this was also non-stop up, look like it, right? So 50 to 70, almost 20 points in like few minutes. And this was rising, this was rising. It's kind of an open drive move, right? So then I was thinking, man, now there is nothing left for me to trade because it's an open drive, price is not gonna pull back a lot, and I don't want to go aggressively long here and here, right? So now I'm gonna miss it, right? But then I looked at here, which is this. There was no momentum. So then I was happy that fine, it may pull back, and then the next thing you know, it pulled back, right? So it was pulling back fast like this, so I was not expecting this much pullback very fast, so then I said, you know what, fine, let it come down lower, right? And then I will go long, and then I can say this, so I was watching this damn thing, and this damn thing was going down, right? Then I thought, what the hell is going on? It may be a reversal, but then it was hard to digest, because today we are supposed to favor longs, and I was not expecting this damn move from nowhere. See, it is nowhere level 73, it's not the level. This one 466, not the level, I don't have a line here, that means it's not a legit level. So that's where end this weak momentum, right? So first of all, weak momentum, I couldn't take longs earlier, right? And coming down, now I was ready to go long, right? Because of this thing. See, I don't care about momentum when it comes down, because overall now it's a short-term buyers are there, right? And the way it went higher, at least it will find a buyer around 43 or 40. That was the idea. NQ around dream number, but dream number was already tested. The next level was either this dream number or this Globex low 307, right? So I waited for those things. ES, I let it go because I can only trade the way it was moving fast. I can only trade one instrument, right? So ES, I let it go, right? But these are the trades in ES, at the same time. I did not take it. I only took on NQ. So now this, when it touched 326, it was exhausted right into the dream number, Now this was a mistake that I took this trade, but ideally I should have waited, and wait for a pause or something. Then I should have taken it. Why? Because of this thing, see? Because of this thing, see? It was breaking below entire this range, right? So it was kind of a failed breakout of this thing, this box, and then it was sliced through this low, right? So immediate next dream number may not respond. Even though it exhausted there, it may not respond, right? So this was my mistake, right? So I corrected the mistake. So I went long here, and then I went long. Original my idea was 307, right? Globex low. That was as per pre-market. It should hold above Globex low, or so. I went long at little bit below 303 or so, long, and then I knew the dream numbers are, and we already know that dream numbers are very powerful. At least it will come back to retest, and then we may hold it or go through it, right? So when it came back here, I built out this trade 326, at break even. But this one, now I had a better price, right? What if this thing holds? Because if you look at here, now I know dream numbers is rejecting these things, right? But it can fight it out, and after seeing these 2-3 candles like this, I thought this damn thing will hold now because it's exhausted, right? And ES was also doing the same thing here, right? So I held these things, and then I didn't even pay attention at that point, and then it just sliced through it like this, right? So then I thought, man, it could be a failed breakdown in this situation, right? So, and it was so fast, and I was already down by, see, 282 was another level. So I thought, okay, fine, 282, it may bounce, right? And then I saw this candle, see that? So now, okay, I said fine, it will go back up again, and then it may pause and go higher, that was I was thinking. Momentum AD was not liquidation kind. It was like barely minus 400 here and minus 100 here, right? So it was not a liquidation kind, and that was the plus sign for buyers. And last 2-3 days, FOMC, rollover day, sorry, not rollover, but quadruple witching, all those buying, right? And today, morning buying, all this thing was favoring buyers. Buyers are not gonna give up that easy. So based on all these things, I held this damn thing, from 303, and then the next thing I know is this, right? So now what? So it went to 250, right? I was holding and I was keep screaming in Discord that I'm still holding the damn thing. I don't believe in this down move. Whatever happened, for it's not legit down move. So I held it. So some days I do like this, when I do not believe in something, I just hold my trades. I don't get scared by intraday movement. Even though it goes against me, I hold it. It's only on occasional day, when conviction is high and when I don't see enough evidence, to prove me wrong. Then I said, fine, now it's already went down, it's no point cutting it here. Anyway, these blue lines are powerful lines, and liquidation internals were not liquidation kind. So even though if price now comes here, it is a damn good exhaustion into these blue lines. I will load it up here, at least back to this dream number, and then I will maybe allowed. When price came down here, so it was close to first hour, like 1020, 1025, and when I see this chop right here, like microsecond here, I just went long here ahead of 219. In Discord also I said I went long at 235, right? And then this slight down, and then in Discord at that time, this line I said, monitor 275. If it goes above 275, that's the first sign that buyers are back. And then next thing you know, price is above 275, right? Then now I was in a positive territory. See here, I was down almost 70 points or so, roughly, right? But due to that long at 235, right, overall I was like 60 point down in two contracts, right? I'm just using what two contracts because this is one, this is second, right? So, and then it went higher. Now I was in a positive territory, right? And while taking this long, I said I'm going to hold this damn thing until it goes at least 358 or this high. That was the idea, because I did not took this risk just to take a few points, right? Because it was damn good risk, so I need to be rewarded, right? And if I'm right, price is going to reverse all the way back up. That is what I was keep telling folks in Discord. So now yes, I'm going to cover. So yes, these were the longs, but so you go long, you got stopped out, you go long, you got stopped out, or you break even, then again you go long here, right here, because see, sellers had a full chance here. Look at these things, right? AD did not went down, it just held this damn thing here flat while price was going down. It was struggling here, see that? And then here also same thing, right? And then up thrust, you can see it's clear up thrust, right? If these sellers are so strong, why the hell they did not defend it here, right? Straight up, right? And see, sellers had a chance by looking at this momentum, see that, right? But they did not do anything. But when this up thrust happened, momentum easily up here, right? So this was the long you want to try it, especially when knowing NQ is about 275, right? So, and then pull back to 275, that's an intraday level now, right? That is what I gave. So when it pulled back, I added more longs. Instead of bailing out with profit, I added more longs here. Same thing in ES, you can do the same thing here, see? Now it is trying to lift up here, you can see it clearly. Up to this point it was down, but now it's lifting up slightly, and then all you want to see by taking this long, that momentum better damn hold above zero line, which is the case here, see that? Up, right? And then when it gets to 60 is the level I gave it intraday. 60 and 51, those are the two levels I said to observe, right? So when it goes to 60 at around 1104, right, you bail out here, at least 50% of your position, and NQ was also at 358, right? That was my intended target, and rest is higher up, right? So 50% I built out here. So now I also added contract here also on the way back up at Globex low, right? When it broke out, pull back, I went long, right? See, here few folks might say, you know what, it was a VWAP, why not short it here, right? You can't short it here. Today you can't, because this down move was not legit. So, and the way buyers defended here, most likely it will go through it. It will respect this 358 or this line or this line. It will not respect the VWAP today. See here, you can see it. VWAP did not hold, right? Price went through it. Here, VWAP did not hold. Price went through it. Here, then what are the odds that it will hold it this time? See my point? So, and then you can see it. Sliced through it, came back. It held this VWAP because of this level, not because of the VWAP. See here, it held the dream number. I was exactly talking here. When price was here, I took a 50% off. At that time, I talked in Discord about the same scenario, that price may pull back. This is a pullback level. Price may pull back to dream number and ES51, and if they hold it, it is going to go higher and make a new high. That is what I said. So this was the long also, based on my statement, if someone wants to take it. So which was right here, okay. Then price went higher to 404. That's where I took another 25% off. So now I was only 25% off, with 25% contract holding. Then it went higher here, right? This level, close to this high, right? So now because of this morning sell-off, some sellers could be there, and Powell is supposed to speak at 12:30. So when it came down here, came up here 11:30, I bailed out. You should bail out ES also. Why? Because of the weak momentum. Look at here. If you look at underneath the hood, these things, right? So here it held below 0, right? But it was a pullback at 51, so it's fine. But then when it went higher, at this time, it should not have come back down. And then again another high. Look at this damn thing, below 0. That is not the sign, for price to further go higher. And look at AD. Started flattening up, right? This was a good exit. That's it, So here you can take all of them off or majority. So I did 25% remaining. I was still holding 25%, right? And then when it started doing this, this is where I bail out, right before Powell started talking. So that was my trade. It was full negative and then full positive, right? Just because of the price reading, that hey, this is a fake move. That was the only idea, because I didn't see enough evidence. So sometimes it is important on certain days, to look for extra evidence. Today was a contextually doesn't make sense for this thing to go down in this fashion. If price would have done here like this, like up and down and then broke down and like this, then it makes sense. If this thing makes sense. So here at this time, I did not go long, even though these levels are good, I did not go long. Why? Straight down, fighting and down. See, there is a difference here. So here sellers were not legit. Here they proved their point, okay, that whatever we did in the morning, we were right, okay, we want to take it down. Balance, Powell spoke here, breakdown, price went down to this 275 where it started, right? That was the key level, and then it bounced from it. Here you should be taking shorts if you are trading. Otherwise the day is screwed up. The moment you see this, day is screwed up. Or actually the moment you see this, up move against this, the day is screwed up. You should not be trading after that until price goes above this or strong breakdown below this, but breakdown below this you do not want to take it, because overall today we are supposed to take longs. So only option is go above this, breakout and pull back, go long, okay. So there is no trade after this. But if you are trading it, this was a news driven, Powell speech driven short, back to this 358 key level. So because it bounced from here, right? But now by looking at this breakdown, it's a legit breakdown. So there will be some follow through, most likely. And since ES was backing up at 51 here, this was a good short, because by the time momentum was way down here and AD started trending down. So on the way back up, you can take a short here, and here also. And then you can write it down like this, and then you have to manage it, right? By this time, by this time when NQ sliced through this blue line, right? Now blue line, this entire area is important. Damn thing, this entire area is important for buyers. That is what I said in Discord. So now further shorts, you can't take it at the lower end, but if it pulls back, you can try it one time. One more time you can try it here if you're trading it still. So when it, because it sliced through this 275, right? One more time. So here at 2 o'clock, there was a trade here in ES. I said 35, I took the short in ES, and then it went down 28. I took 50% off, 50%, another 50%, I put it at 32. Instead of 35, I put it at 32, and it just took me out. That's where I knew now it wants to go higher. Simple. So anyway, I made this money, some money in this trade, right? And NQ also, this was a short, right? But you can see it immediately pop back up. See, here they had a chance to go down, right? But considering this blue line, see, it went higher. And then at the end, by looking at this only, you can know now price wants to go back again into this area somewhere, because of the importance of this area. So now overall, so ES also same thing. But anyway, day was screwed up, right? So you can see this thing ping pong, ping pong, ping pong, and end of the day it just moved off, right? So it's not tradable price action, but if you're trading it, these were the trades, right? So, and that be all for today. I'll see you tomorrow.